2-sentence horror stories. That sounds cool. Let's read those. Maybe they'll be good. 2-sentence horror stories that will send shivers down your spine. Oh, these seem cool. Okay, here, I got some. Wait, we gotta get creepier music. There we go. Nice and spooky. There was a picture in my phone of me sleeping. I live alone. Ew. Do you ever look at No Sleep subreddit? No, should I check it out? Does it have good stories? Really? Oh, haunted house. Sounds great. Do it. My sister says that mommy killed her. Mommy says that I don't have a sister. Ew, these are creepy. Ew, I don't like them. You hear your mom calling you into the kitchen. As you are heading down the stairs, you hear a whisper from the closet saying, "Don't go down there, honey. I heard it too." Ew. Okay, one more of the short ones. I like longer ones. The last thing I saw was my alarm clock flashing 12:07 before she pushed her long, rotting nails through my chest, her other hand muffling my screams. I sat bolt upright, relieved it was only a dream. But as I saw my alarm clock read 12:06, I heard my closet door creak open. Ah, that's a good one. That was creepy. Oh, I hated that. That one was good. Ooh, 12:07. I don't like it. Okay, let's check out No Sleep. Here. Some of these are long. Do you guys have any scary stories? If you have them, link them to me and I'll read them. Thank you for the follow. Just gonna try to find a not super long one. A lot of these are too long. Actually, this one should be okay. Yeah, it won't be too long. Okay. Here. Are you guys ready? Our music got pretty quiet. Okay. Scary story. If you go in the woods and you come across a lone woman, ignore her, even if she knows your name. That's the title of this story. No one believes me. I tried to warn them, but no one believes me. I'm a park ranger. Legally, I can't give away too much info, but I work close to the Adirondacks. I don't know if this happens all over the country or not. Hell, maybe all over the world. But I'm giving you all my advice just in case this isn't a local phenomena. My name is Peter. Well, not really. But for the sake of this story, it is. I'm okay, whatever, I don't care, dude. Okay, all your info. Okay, they're a park ranger. Due to COVID, a lot of people went camping this year as a way to hang out with friends. As people do, they drink and get themselves hurt or lost. So we went on a lot of search and rescues. If I'm being honest, more searches than rescues. I still remember the first day I learned about these women. Sorry, I had to get music better. Okay. We got called in to find a couple in their 20s who wandered away from their group for a few hours, so we had to go find them. I went out with my supervisor, who we'll call Jane. She's the toughest person I know, won't take anything from anyone, and can kick my butt. So anyway, it was around 4 p.m. We're deep in the woods closest to their campsite. The couple probably went off and got lost. People do that all the time here. So we walked for a while and got out of my peripheral. I see a figure, who I assume was the woman we were looking for. I saw dark brown hair and blue from her clothes. Help me, please. I could hear her say weakly. I assumed it was her. It sounded close to my ear, but was yards away from me. Ew, that's creepy. Ew, I don't like it. Ew, ew, ew. As I went to turn to face the girl, Jane grabbed my head and turned it back forward. You don't want to do that, she says, as she continued to push me forward. But there's a girl, I said, as I tried to turn my head again. She turns it back forward with more force this time. I'm aware. Keep walking forward, she says, with a sharp shove forward to my shoulders. What's your name? Jane called into the forest. Her harsh voice echoed in the trees. The girl didn't answer the question. Help me, please. I really need help, the girl pleads. Jane and I continue walking forward. Tell me your name and I'll help you, Jane commands. Please, I just need your help so bad. Come on, Peter, please, the girl begged. I stopped in my tracks and looked at Jane. She said my name. She might know me and we have to go help her, I protested. If you want to go, you're going alone and you won't come back. I'm not about to disappear because you want to play hero, she said with anger in her voice. I listened to my command and I felt guilty. So, we found the missing couple, returned them safely to the camp, and Jane and I went back to the station. Want to tell me what that was about? I asked Jane. It's a long story, she said. I told her I had time. Then she told me to promise not to tell anyone. Yeah, scary story time. I don't know what they are, honestly, she said. My superior didn't even know, and he worked here 50 years. Day one, he told me, if a girl needs help, don't look at her until she tells you her name. Why? They don't have names. They don't know how to make one up. Or maybe they don't know what the question means. Maybe they even think they're so powerful, they don't need one. But they will do anything to get you to look at them. Ask for help, ask for anything. They say they know you, your mom, details of your family, anything to get you to look. She spun the tale. What happens if you look? I asked her. I had the same question. My superior Felix didn't know either. He does now, but isn't around to tell. All we know is if they're able to get you to look, you walk off and you don't come back. She said, what happened to Felix? I asked. When I said his name, I saw panic flicker across her face. He looked. We were looking for someone's lost dog. He was in front of me, and from behind us we heard a woman whisper the name Felix. When that didn't work, the voice changed to a child's voice, and we heard a panicked little girl call out, Grandpa. It was imitating his granddaughter, who had drowned in the swimming pool 4 months earlier. Ew! I couldn't stop him. He turned and whispered, Aubrey? I knew the exact moment he laid his eyes on it. His pupils got huge, like he was rolling, and his eyes glazed over. It was like he was on autopilot as he started walking forward. I screamed for him to stop, but I didn't move and I didn't turn around. I kept walking forward like a coward. We never found his body. We never will either. I don't know what it does, but if you see it, you're never seen again. All we found was his dog tag from the army and his wedding ring hanging on a branch at the top of a tree. So, why doesn't everyone know about this? I asked. She shrugged. Better them than us, she callously remarked. What do you mean? I asked her in anger. Look, it needs people for whatever reason. If it didn't find people out there, what's gonna happen? It'll come here, then to the suburbs. They'll be everywhere. Sure, it sucks in some civilians, but it's better than seeing what happens when they lose their supply. The second time I saw it, it was even scarier. A young man fell into a ditch and couldn't get out, so we had to go help him. As we walked to the location, I saw one in my peripheral, but it was in the direction we needed to go. What do we do? I asked her in a panic. I didn't want to go near that thing. We walk. It's okay to get close. Just don't look. Ew, they had to go close to it. Ew. She warns me. We walk. Hey, can you help me? It asks in a chill voice. I look at the ground, not to be tempted to peek. Come on, guys, really. I'm hungry. Help me, it begs. It's only 20 feet away now. I keep walking close. Peter, come on, help. Jane, someone help me, it whines. As I pass it, I feel cold, like I just opened up my freezer. It has a smell to it, like dirty pond water, and I feel bad. Like a ball of anxiety you feel when your plane takes off, or the rush you get when you go down the hill of a roller coaster. My body gets covered in goosebumps as I watch my feet crunch the fall leaves. But the goosebumps are not from the cold. We pass it and it cried. Come on, where are you going? I want to go home, it pleads. Eventually, it stopped asking us to help it. Maybe it got too far away and we couldn't hear it. Maybe it gave up. Because it knew we wouldn't crack. I don't know. I don't understand this thing. Or maybe things much at all. I have many more stories of these things, but this isn't story time. Maybe I'll post it some other time. Anyway, in the 6 months I've worked here, 100 people went missing without a trace. The police say it was an accident or an animal or a drowning. That's the only area I survey. I can't imagine how many other places are like this. There's no evidence. If a girl in the woods is alone and needs help or wants to talk to you, don't look until it gives you a name. I don't know what happens when it gets you, and I never want to find out. Stay safe and take care. Ooh, what'd you think? That one was pretty creepy. Did you like it? That one's pretty creepy. I think it was pretty good. Hi, Original. Hi, Ava. Welcome. Did you guys like the story? That was a pretty spooky one. I just picture some. I think the longer ones are better. The shorter ones are not. They don't have the like creepiness. You didn't like it, Killer? Well, we're about to play a very scary game, so be prepared. Hello. Is that evil coming out of my eyes? Yes. Yes, sure. Yes, absolutely. Short can be really good. All the ones we found, there weren't too many that were very good that were short, but I'm sure there are some. Have you ever read Lovecraft? He's got some spooky stuff. I haven't read, but I've definitely heard of him. That was good. Yeah, I thought that one was good. I thought it was pretty creepy. Better than many of the other ones we heard. The one with the little girl in the washroom was pretty creepy, though. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. My eyes are leaking. Oh, this is what happens when I'm too nice all year round. The meanness starts pouring out of me. And I have to become evil for a little while. You'll tell us about the home you grew up in? Sure, tell us the story. I'd love to hear it. Also, hi, Elliot. Welcome. It won't let you sign into Discord? Well, it should be connected to your email. You should be able to recover it. Hi, Snuggle Bear. Thank you. Hello, how are you? Killer kindness. Medium length story. Alright. In your old house, the shades would open and the doors would close. Ooh. On their own. Is this one good? Is it a good story? Did you read it, Rhino? Yeah, let's read this one. Okay. George always made his presence known. He told you his name when you were angry. That's so creepy. Oh, so creepy. Alright, I'll read this next one. My next door neighbor was really loud. This music is so annoying. It goes like loud and quiet. Let me just do rain. It will be thunderstorm. Thunderstorm. Yeah, that would be good. There we go. ZX, thank you. Oh my goodness. 13 months.
Cutie
1 year and 1 month. Thank you, ZX. Hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for your support. Holy. Thanks for sticking around so long, Captain. I hope you're doing well. When you were scared, you were weak. That's so creepy. Oh. Halloween is your favorite, Billy, is it? It's pretty fun. Alright, I'll do the story. I've been living in this apartment for about a year now and never had a problem. Not until a few weeks ago. This new woman moved into the apartment next to mine. Her name was Selena, and she was about my age. She seemed cool. Another young single professional, striking out on her own for the first time. I met her as she was moving in, and she came in for a cup of coffee. We exchanged numbers, and I thought maybe I'd made a new friend. I planned on waiting until she got settled in and then asking if she wanted to go out for dinner or something. And then the noise started. It was about a week after she moved in. Hammering and drilling going non-stop day and night. The first day I put up with it. I mean, we all have to put together furniture and the walls are thin. I figured she'd be done soon and then it would be not an issue. Then another day passed and another, and still the noise continued. Finally, I shot her a quick text asking if she needed help setting her apartment up, and very politely asking if she could keep it down a little. She texted back almost immediately. Sorry about that, I'll keep it down. No help needed, haha, should be done soon. And then the noise continued. It kept going for the remainder of that week, until I actually complained to the landlord. In the entire time I lived in this apartment, this is the only time I've written a complaint. He assured me it would get taken care of, but the problem continued. And then the noise finally stopped. One Tuesday, in the middle of the morning, everything went silent. I sat and waited for the noise to start back up, but it never did. Finally. 2 weeks of quiet passed. I didn't text Selena again. I decided I wasn't really interested in becoming acquainted with someone who was so inconsiderate of their own neighbors. She didn't reach out to me either, and I gradually put the past annoyance out of my mind, until about 2 days ago. I came home from running errands to find police flooding my hallway. I stopped short in surprise, which caught the attention of an officer. Do you live in this building, ma'am? He asked. Yeah, I live in 404, I said, pointing to my door. Do you know Selena Michaels? He asked. I know she's my neighbor, but I only talked with her once when she moved in. Is everything okay? That was a dumb question. Obviously, everything wasn't okay, but what else do you say in that situation? He ignored my question and instead asked, have you been hearing any strange noises recently? A deep sense of unease was squirming in my gut. There was a lot of noise for over a week after she moved in. After that, it settled down. Ma'am, I'd like you to come down to the station with us and give a statement. A statement? What's going on? There's been an incident, is all he would say. I didn't get any details until I was sitting in an interrogation room with 2 cops, a file sitting in front of them, and a few glossy photos. That was when they told me that someone had illegally entered Selena's apartment. There was no sign of a break-in, so it must have been someone with access to the apartment. Maybe someone stole her spare key. That was also when they told me that she was dead, and had been for quite some time, possibly a few weeks. They estimated that the break-in happened around 4 weeks ago, just after she moved in. But that's not possible. I heard her working on her apartment at all hours of the day and night. The officers glanced at each other. What you heard wasn't Selena, said one. We have reason to believe that whoever broke in, during that time, assaulted her, and after she died, they dismembered her. Ew! I thought back to the noises I heard, and the nausea began to rise in my stomach. No, that can't be it. She would have screamed. I would have heard her screaming, right? At that moment, my eyes fell back on the file, and before I knew I was going to do it, I snatched the picture that was poking out. One of the officers tried to grab it from my hand, but it was too late. The picture was of her head, I presume, although it was impossible to tell it was her. Her eyelids had been cut off, and there were pins, dozens of them at least, sticking into her eyes. The skin on her cheeks had been flayed. Her head was severed from the rest of her body. This is gory! And her mouth has been stitched shut. I think it's time for me to move. But first, I'm going to change my phone number because just today I got a text from an unknown number. It read, "Sorry about the noise." Yikes! one was scary. Yeah, that was a good one. That was creepy. I prefer the like more paranormal and less just like murder. like murder is a little bit too like kind of realistic and just like creepy. I prefer paranormal if I'm gonna read a story. You know what I mean? But that was really creepy. Especially that last line. Yikes. Your home in the past was a boarding house. Ooh. Sorry about the noise. Was decapitating someone and dismembering them. Didn't mean to disturb. Ew, that's awful. Sorry I killed your neighbor, bro. Wouldn't happen again. Yikes. You also prefer paranormal runs. Oh no, you're good. You're good, Rhino. Thanks for linking it.